Feels like a long time. Try and find. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. How's everybody doing? So I'm gonna put one window up here and just wait for Ben to post his video so we can all watch it at the same time. How's it going, fellas? P. Bolamy, how's it going, man? Let's see, where are we at? Let's refresh this guy. All right. How's everybody been? I feel like I've been away a long time. Not as long as Ben. I was hoping he'd have it posted. Here, we're going to put this right here. And we're just going to refresh this every few minutes. And then maybe when it comes on, we'll pause for a few minutes and we'll all watch it, whatever he's doing. So I don't have anything really planned. This isn't like a planned stream. How's it going, Zoltan? All right. It's so funny how it all just pops up all at once. Like I have nothing, nobody, and then I've got like 30 chats to read. So how's it going, guys? First time chatting live with the stream? All right. The Aldian is awesome. Glad you're here, man. Show me the keys. Oh, wait, hold on. Good old doctor finally. Thanks, man. Wait, hold on. Show me the keys. Show me the keys to your forklift. So I'll tell the forklift story here in just a minute. That'll be fun. I've talked about it before, but I think it's probably off of everybody's radar. It's not like, most of us are not, I say most of us, but most of us are not building an electric car, from scratch, kind of. Not total scratch, but you know what I mean. I think he goes to post it becomes a new hour. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, here's good news because my wife just informed me that at 7 o'clock my time, which is 1 hour from now, we got to bug out. So I feel like I've been away so long. Frank, how have you been, man? I feel like I've been away a long time. I don't usually, taking the weekend off like that's the first time I've done that in months where I haven't streamed on a weekend. It's the first time in months. Are we going to stay live till he posts? I don't know if I can promise that. I wish. Oh, Sai, you're about to go to bed? Sorry, man. Starting to get shaky already. How's it going, guys? Evening. Oops. Ben should have done a welcome back live with me. Oh, I'm going to let Ben do his live thing in his own way. I just want to see him. I just want to hear what he's been up to and see what kind of things he comes up with. And I'm just glad he's back. I would love to have him come on the stream. That'd be wonderful. Better Twitch bugged out on me. No. 2 minutes maybe? Oh, that would be cool. If it came on right now in 2 minutes, let's refresh. Not yet, I don't think. Sort by date added newest. Okay, so it'll pop up right there. We'll be ready. How late is it in the UK? Somebody was asking me earlier to try not to be on too late. Australia, first stream of the new year. Hey, Kevin, glad you're here, man. You just started and it's already scratched? What? What scratched? What did I scratch? So mad about the Nest API issues. I cannot blame you. I cannot blame you. It's one more reason not to do that. Oh, Frank's in love with ESP Home. Is it pretty cool? I mean, I only messed with it a very little bit. I've got plans for things I want to do with it. What are you doing with it, Frank? That's been extra awesome for you. Hello from Japan. Am I streaming until the bruh? I'm streaming for an hour or until bruh, Ben. Yeah. Rob. No sleep till. What's the Nest API issue? Oh, I saw a tweet about it from Home Assistant guys. I guess Nest is, help me out with the exact right terms, guys. They're stopping their, I guess their local API, something like that, so that you can't get your data essentially unless you get it through them. You can't get it direct from the thermostat, something like that. Is that right, guys? I don't have one. As you know, I made my own for what it's worth. It's 1 a.m. Oh, that's not so bad. 1 a.m. You guys can do that. It'll only be 2. Well, it's 2 for Frank. Frank stays up late. Maybe bruh is here. Go get him. We could watch it. He's there's a way to do Bruh Watch 2019. Yep. That was sure a nice tweet stream you got started there, Carlo. That was really fun. Everybody just kind of chumming up. I expect nothing less from this group, so it's all good. The dev API is stopping. You can't get any info from it at all. Okay, so yeah, their development API, the developer's API, you can't get. I should do the tuya.py integration on stream so I don't need to figure it out. Carrie posted it in the DrZzs Facebook page. I've been following it. We should, Travis is the guy. Travis has done it. Tuya OTA, I'm guessing. Yeah, this one. It sounds like it's working. Hey, Demps, how's it going, man? Have I upgraded to... No, I haven't, Josh, because I was about to. And then, what did I see that made me stop? Oh, the HA switch plate thing. So for me, my automations, like when I looked through my automations.yaml file, I didn't find anything that should have caused a problem with the way they changed the time. So if you haven't heard or if you didn't read it, if you have any automations that are set to trigger based on a time that's like every 5 minutes or every 3 hours or something like that, then it's gonna be broken because they changed that. Instead of making it just time and then minute of something and seconds of something, it's now time pattern and then minute something and hour something, whatever you want it to be. So because of that change from just time to time pattern for that particular kind of automation trigger, those automations aren't going to work until you just change it. It shouldn't be too big a change, but a lot of the automations in the HA switch plate are done that way. So, but it's okay. Luma already has it. He already has a fix posted. It's just going to be a matter of kind of updating all of your HA switch plates. So if you got a bunch of HA switch plates, you may want to set aside a few hours before you start the update for 86.1. It's already 86.1. Frank, that's dank. What did Frank do? Let's see. Local integration of tuya. It captures packets, I think. Oh, okay. Well, what I was looking at, maybe that's different. What I thought was there's an what they were working on was trying to do an OTA. What I thought they were working on was trying to do an OTA flashing of Tasmota onto the tuya plugs like we had with, like the Sonoff OTA flashing. So we kind of intercept their update process, their firmware update process, and slide Tasmota in there. That was what I understood. But again, I've been peripherally following it. I kind of read a post here and there just to see how much trouble they're still having. And I'm waiting for them to get to a reasonably stable state, and then I'll try it. Actually, that's not true. I'm waiting just to get some time. It's probably already far enough along that I would give it a try if I could come up with the time. I should show you my list. Do you want to see my list? So I was feeling like extra panicked as I was getting ready to go on this last little trip down to Vegas and the anesthesia conference and stuff. So I sat down and I made a list of all the things that I need to do or want to do. I don't know if you can see any of that at all, but the list starts here. Let's see, it starts there, and it's all this stuff. And you see those like 5 little red X's? That's like all I've gotten done. But I got a couple things done today. Nothing terribly exciting. I did get my Flexi Spot desk, that standing desk. So I put that together and filmed it. Made a video that I'm not going to be terribly proud of, but I got a free desk. So sorry. And then I got I got a cool little speaker too. This is a BenQ speaker, and it's got wings. See that? So I did a little video on that too when I set it up. So that's fun stuff. One of the things I got really excited about was I wrote a script for Home Assistant 101. My sort of, if you wanted to show a video to like your neighbor or your brother-in-law or somebody like that, to kind of understand what Home Assistant is, why you would want it, and what you can do with it, I wrote the script. I just need to sit down and film it now. And I probably would have done that now, except it's just been so long. I'm missing you guys, so I had to sit down and stream for a few. Going to look at the data science portal? Heck yes. I gotta make sure that it's my level though. I started with Jupyter and Frank shut me down. Frank's like, you're just a doctor. And he's right. So, Carrie says it can do local tuya stuff. Oh, that's cool. I have to check that out. Yeah. I have not messed with this at all. Python tuya. Oh, okay. Sweet. So you can control tuya locally. That's all this is. You don't have to change the firmware. But you can control it, turn it, and really all there is on those tuya things for most of them is just on and off. If I could just on and off it locally, that's perfect. Okay. Thanks, Rob. I'm going to check that out. Has anybody else tried this? Is Lovelace default in 0.86? It sure is. It sure is. Watch this. You like that? That's my new. I just put that. That was why I didn't start the stream 10 minutes ago, because I had to put that together. Video programming with an RF control, a broad link. Oh, suggest video using. Oh, no. Not using the RM Pro. Oh, okay. The TC23. I don't know much about that, Javier. I am so happy with my Sonoff RF bridge. I find it hard to have a reason to do anything but that. I really like it. It works great. It is default, but you can still use the old states page. Yeah. So I'm happy to. Did you guys see the example page? Let's check it out. The example page on here is for Lovelace is cool. There's a demo page. You go to this demo page, and here's what's super awesome about this is, say, you're new or whatever, you just, easier sometimes than looking through the docs. You just want to see an example, a working example. So what they've given you here is several pages that you can click through here. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Here we go. And this is Teaching Birds. She's actually going to come on and do live stream with me in a couple of weeks. So those will be cool. She can talk to us about how she did some of this stuff. But you can go through each of their pages. So you can go up here and you can look at each of their pages and how they did different things. And if you go through these, I would expect that you'll find an example of like every kind of different card. And then you go up here and you can do the configure UI, and now you can look at how they put it together. And so you can just copy and paste right out of here and then just change, things like the entity IDs and whatever else you need to change. But I think this is really awesome because now you've got an example now of like every kind of card. And they're examples that you can take apart. You can go in here and you can see, what does it look like? In the actual, structure of it. And so you can copy it. Very awesome. Very awesome. So I'm really excited about that. But no, I was all excited to try and update it today, but I didn't. HA Gallery is still down. No, that is sad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love having these examples. This is fantastic. He had me fooled too. What did I fool you? Did I fool you? In your Sonoff bridge video, you're using any new sensors? Return the bridge because I couldn't get it to work. Oh, bummer. No, Metrics. I use. So let's see. What do I mostly use? I use those motion sensors. That I use those. They're not the Sonoff ones. They're the 2-code motion sensors. I can't remember the brand, but there's a link in that video. I use those a lot. And then I use the motion sensors. Now I now have a couple motion sensors. I put a motion sensor in the boys' bathroom, and if there's no motion for 10 minutes, then the lights all shut off. Which does a couple things. One, it shuts the lights off when nobody's in there. Two, it keeps the boys' showers to 10 minutes because the lights go off and there's no switch that they can reach. So they do it. The arrow's up here. This is where you go. Somebody was asking about this. I need to make it so that you guys can trigger this, right? What did I say about a script? I wrote a Home Assistant script. You mean for YouTube? Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, for YouTube. Sorry. I thought it was a cool automation script. No. For brother-in-law or something. No. No. Been too long since you could join. Tia Freely. How you doing, man? Which one has the 2 codes? I can find another link for you if you'd like. Let's see. Let's go to Banggood. Is that where I got those? Looking back on it now, I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure it is. Why did everything sign out on me? That's weird. Let's see. Go to orders. Is this going to show like my credit card numbers and stuff? That'd be awesome. Sensor? I don't remember if it came from Banggood now or not, honestly. Oh, I know where we can find it. I know where to find it. DrZzs.com. That's where you can find it. What motion? No, not the motion sensor doesn't have 2 codes. The motion sensor doesn't have the 2 codes. It's the Sonoff, just the Sonoff RF sensor. So the 2 code sensor, gosh, I suck at this website stuff. It's gonna be this one, I guess. Dang it. Watch on YouTube. I'm so bad. I don't even need just one personal assistant. I need like 4 or 5. Okay, let's see. 2 code sensor. Oh, it is Banggood. Yeah, there you go. That's it. GSWD S07. So that was the one that the reason that this is good is because, you know, it will tell you when it's open or closed. Cree has one too, or Kurai, however you say that. Oh, come on now. Control C, Control B. There we go. Then this motion sensor. Yeah, this is the motion sensor. You can just grab the model number. I wouldn't probably say buy it from Amazon because that's going to be too expensive. You can get it for half that price directly from Sonoff. I think they were only $5 or $8 maybe. But these motion sensors actually work really well. I have to say they're really pretty good. What wouldn't work? Use the Kurai Advantage door window detector suitable for home security alarm system. It wouldn't work. Interesting. Maybe it's not the maybe it's not a 433 megahertz. Maybe it's maybe they have some kind of proprietary frequency thingy. Is that scientific enough? I read it has low battery alert too. Can anyone confirm? Haven't had any low batteries yet. I have not had any from this motion sensor. I haven't had a low battery warning from it yet. I've had the one working out in the garage now since I did that video. It's been a long time. Could have been a bad bridge. Could have. I do have one bad bridge. I think it's bad because I made it bad. That's in I broke it. Tearing it apart and tinkering with things. I think I broke it. The CD. Let's see. From Banggood. Is that a 1 code sensor? Let's see. Let's find out for you. It's not. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. This is the same as the Sonoff sensor. And I would be shocked if this one, yeah, it looks exactly like the Sonoff door sensor, and it's only 1 code. It's a code if it opens, but not a code if it closes. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Yeah, this one is the only 1 code. Darn it. Those are the good magnetic sensors. I installed them last week and they work great. Yeah, the first ones that I showed, right? I love these other ones. These right here. I love these. I think I still have maybe 2 that I haven't installed any place yet, but I keep finding new places for them. You know what have been really exciting? You know, you guys made fun of me when I had to get up. Remember, this was a long time ago and probably not all of you were there to make fun of me, but, I had to stand up to, turn the light off in the closet right here where I keep my 3D printer. Remember that? Some of you might, I stood up to turn the light off and I got a bunch of grief, oh, well, you got to stand up to turn the light off. What kind of home automation guy are you, So I finally, the other day, I finally got in there and put in I just put a Sonoff Basic in there with a touch button on it. But then I set up one of these sensors right here, and just set it to anytime when that sensor goes to on, as in when I open the door, then the light inside the closet turns on. And then as soon as I close the door, the light turns off. I don't spend a lot of time in there with the door closed, right? If I go in there, I leave the door open. I'm in there for a few minutes. I come out and I close the door so the light goes off. So it works really well. I think I'm going to do the same thing with our pantry downstairs. What kind of printer? I have a Lulzbot Taz 5. There's better. I will just tell you that. I bought it at the time I was not too confident in tinkering with that kind of thing, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of time putting it together, and I was afraid I would not calibrate it right, and I would lose patience and maybe get distracted, So I bought one that came fully calibrated and put together, and you pay extra for it. I mean, when I bought it, it was $2,500. I think you can get it for quite a bit less now, but it's still going to be over $1,000. and I think you get better quality, or at least as good a quality prints out of some of these much less expensive printers. Some of the stuff I've seen, some of these guys, some of you guys that have like the Ender 3 Pro is supposed to be a good one, Colby. That's supposed to be the new awesome one. Have you ever thought about doing a class from the basics of how to program and use Tasmota? You know, if it's probably easier to do specific questions, Javier, if you have specific questions. Tasmota has also changed a lot. So even if I would have done something specifically like this is how you get started and these are how some of the basic things you do, it's different now, and I expect it'll probably be different in 6 months from now. So it's interesting, or it'll be interesting to see what more they add or what else they do. It's very different than it was a year ago. I'd say, check out Travis, check out DigiBlur. He does a lot of stuff with like the rules and things. So check out DigiBlur's channel if you haven't yet. What's my opinion of Haas packages? How so, Joshua? What do you mean packages? Like the way we did the HA switch plate, the way HA switch plate works with the file structure to add packages? I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could still just reload automations. I'll say that much for you. But as far as being able to install new switch plates, new HA switch plates, by just running Luma's script, I love it. It's great. That's the only reason. That's the only thing I've used it for, though. That's the only thing I've used packages for. Still a fantastic printer. Oh, thanks, Paul. I love it. It works great. And I've got on my printer, I've probably shown you guys this before, but I have the Moore Struder. We talked about this. I know we've talked about this recently. It's gargantuan thing. I mean, it's for printing like life-size stuff. So when I go to print my bust, not this bust, like this bust, I can, I'll be able to print it because it's a really big extruder. Where is it? This isn't showing it. It's not the Flexi extruder, the Moore extruder. This guy, it's a 1.2 millimeter nozzle. Yeah, I mean that's like 4 times as big as some people's nozzles. Do with that what you will. Not only does it change, but things change as you learn different ways to do things in Tasmota. There you go. Travis is on it. What was I going to do? Somebody was, I'm going to do a rule thing. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it is. So I've got here, and I probably showed you guys this. This is also a script I wrote, not a Home Assistant script, a video script, but this is my ode to Ben Multisensor. So this is a Node MCU, no soldering, all the sensors connected, same as Ben had in his Multisensor, but it's with Tasmota. And I want to just set it so there's rules about lights and stuff, like turn the red light on when there's motion, turn the green light on when there's no motion, but it's armed and stuff like that. 3 millimeter filament, yeah, has to be 3 millimeter filament. I guess you could do 1.75. It would hardly have to warm up, I think, to squeeze it out. But yeah, I use 3. I use 3 millimeter filament. I know it's humongous. Oh, you have the Tas 5 too, Paul? Oh, that's awesome. If we're to buy a new one today, you buy the Prusa i3 MK3 without a doubt. There you go. It also squeezes out toothpaste. You love the no soldering bit, Carlo? Yeah, it's useful for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to solder, so I need to design a box for it. Evasion was working on that, or was thinking about it. I don't know if he was going to get to that, but that's okay. Same sensor, but larger in your Discord now with ESP Home Photo. Oh, sweet. Oh, did you do the multi-sensor with ESP Home? Oh, good. You saved me the trouble, because I was going to do that too. All right, this is Frank's multi-sensor. Nice. What's this? Is this the photo sensor? What is this? Is that a water detector? So you got a strip of LEDs here. Is this a microphone? Is that for sound? There's your PIR. What is this guy? I don't recognize that thing. There's your temperature and humidity. What else you got in here, Frank? Golly, you did. So this was from when you had all those sensors, right? You bought like a whole box of sensors. You were talking about that. I remember you had quite the delivery. So this is what you got, and you've got it all set up using ESP Home. Awesome. That means I don't have to. I love it. Because I was going to do that next. I have this one, and then I was going to do the same thing, but I was going to see if I could write it all in ESP Home. So if you've done that, that's great. I'll just watch what you did. send everybody to that video. Busy just before you started streaming using MCP 23 to span out the controls on an, so I have controls in the faceplate to keep the wife happy. Nice. That's that thing that expands how many things you can connect, right? How many, like, essentially you're not really GPIO pins, but essentially, right? Functionally. Was working on the ESP Home Multisensor too for another room. Use some I2C though. Nothing like Frank's. Okay. Did I ever get a chance to check out Project Alias? It lets you change your activation word on Google Home. Oh no, I haven't. You'd be surprised how much stuff I haven't had time to check out. But that's okay. That is okay. This looks awesome. I think we looked at this, but I haven't done anything with it yet. But it looks awesome. I've got my stuff to make my I've got my stuff for the Mycroft, for the Pycroft. I've got the Pi. I've got a microphone, and it's a speaker also. It's one of those conference call speakers. So that's on the short list of things to get done as soon as I get some time. But this is cool. So is this working well for you? Is this working well, Joe? I like it. I like the idea of being able to do that. Then Frank won't try and hijack my echo. You should still try it yourself on stream. Oh, okay. I should. I might as well. It's a bit silly. It's as much art as tech. Oh, really? ESP Home has the bruh recipe on the site. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Is that what they call them, recipes? Speaking of bruh, let's refresh. See if he didn't post. Where is the new Zigbee panel? It's in 0.86 is there. I don't have any Zigbee stuff. This right here. I don't have any Zigbee stuff, so I don't know. I don't know where you, I mean, it looks like, it's going to look like this when you do it. It's part of 0.86. So now there's 0.861. But then, yeah, it'll look like this once you get it loaded. I don't think you have to do anything different. But again, I don't know. I don't have Zigbee. My guess is it'll probably show up in the integrations. That's where I'd look. So Pierre is on 0.85.1. Bought a bigger SD card. Would it be better to fresh install on a bigger SD card than restore a backup of your config? Or copy everything from the smaller SD card to the bigger one? How complicated is your setup, Pierre? Sometimes it's nice to clean the slate and start fresh. But at the same time, if you have a lot of stuff, if you have a lot of things set up already, then I would say make a snapshot, right? Go to your snapshots and make a new snapshot, and then save the snapshot, hit this guy here, and then save it to, a different machine, not your Pi SD card. Save it off of your SD card, and then put it back on. So then you do a fresh install of HAS.io, which is OS, right? HAS OS now should be on your new bigger SD card. And then when you get to this part with, I think you'll have to set up Samba probably, or IDE. I would just say use IDE, and then just copy that backup, that snapshot that you copied off the SD card, back onto the SD card into the backup folder right here. And then when you go to that HAS.io page, it'll show up down here, and then you can just restore. So that's what I would do. If that was me, that's what I would do, I think. If I didn't have very much stuff set up, then maybe just start over. Just do your configurations, copy over your configurations. But the nice thing about the snapshots is it adds back everything else, all of your add-ons and the configurations for all of those and all that stuff. So that's what I would do. Thanks, Frank. Have a good night, man. Thanks for saying hi. Take care, brother. Work life according to his Twitter. Oh, for you talking about Ben? Let's go back to Ben's page. We're gonna refresh till it comes up. Gonna refresh. Not there yet. Fresh install and then do a restore. If it doesn't work, you'll have to still original. Yep. Mono migrate from an RPi, but I'm running straight HA, so I don't have the snapshots add-on. Oh, okay. Let's see. What would you do then, Justin? Let's see. I guess then I would say if you go to this part right here, that you probably, so you don't have add-ons and you don't have backups. So I would just copy everything from your config folder then. Just copy all this stuff here. And then when you're on your fresh install, slap it all back in there. Turn it on and see what happens. That's the scientific way to do it, I guess. It's my scientific way to do it. Yeah, there you go. C. Gray says just copy the YAMLs. Yeah, Julio, Blink cameras are broke. Well, they're broke until you go to 6.1. Check if you go to 86.1, they fixed it. So there's already been a patch right here. Look at that. First thing, front and center. Hot fix for Blink initialization failure. So I don't know why. It's kind of funny that failed because it was working and I didn't update and mine started failing. So I don't know how that happens. Like I didn't update, but something changed. So anyways, it's now, there's a fix. So, but you have to update to 86.1. I'm going to wait a day or two and see if there's an 86.2 just in case. And then I'm also going to try and take a little bit of mental preparation before I jump in and screw up all my HA switch plates. Oh, yep, work, copy and paste. Great. Why does it corrupt it? Worker, it'll explode. That's it. Worst thing that can happen is what? It'll explode. That's pretty bad. Okay, fair enough. Has.io add-on automates snapshots and uploads to Dropbox. Oh yeah, that's a good one to get. Ooh, smells like they're frying something yummy downstairs. Connected.io, Paul? Oh, have you not seen? I love Connected. I use Connected. You missed that. I guess, you know what, when I did my alarm system video, I talked about it, but I didn't really go into it. Oh, that's a sexy picture. Where did I go? I want my videos, my channel. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the way back when in the alarm video, this one. But yeah, I love it. I love my Connected. I have 2 of them. And will I try and get Ben on the live stream? I sure will. You know it. Yeah, I sure will. I'd love to have him come on. Wonder if he'll do his own live streams. Maybe he could have me on. That's probably more appropriate. One day you have to make an alarm video. Do you have a pretty cool alarm setup, Carlo? Colby's got the Connected but hasn't installed it yet. I hesitated for a while too, Colby. I did. I hesitated for a while, but I've been super happy with it. I keep getting a report that, you know, when I go to my logs, that says that it needs to be updated. I don't know what this is. This is new. Uncaught, something uncaught. So here, look at this. It says it needs to be updated. But when I go to this website, like I've gone right to this for updating instructions, and it didn't follow along really easy. So I mean, they're working, so I don't care. And they must be cooking hamburgers downstairs. With Wireguard, are people still exposing their instance to the web? I'm starting a new house and trying to decide which way to go. So Sean, I am not. I have Wireguard, and I have the client on my phone and on my laptop, which are the only places that I get into my instance of Home Assistant or my entire network in the house and tinker around. Nobody else in the family does that. So they don't need any of that. And to be honest, none of them even start up Home Assistant, not even when they're in the house most of the time. So for me, I love Wireguard because it's a good VPN solution. It's a great VPN solution. It's been working really well. And then when I want something, like if I want one of the kids or my wife or somebody to be able to do something, like turn on a specific light or turn off a bunch of lights or open the garage or unlock or do all those things, then I use webhooks. Of course, that means you use Nabu Casa. You have to use Nabu Casa, and that's the $5 a month cloud thing. So that's what I do. I may get back to doing I don't know. I don't have a reason right now to do, you know, DuckDNS and encryption and Nginx. But it works very well for a lot of people. I like the VPN solution. It works great for me. Hey, Ishmeet, how you doing, man? Glad to be here. Yeah, burgers. It smells awesome. I don't know what she's cooking down there, but it smells fantastic. How can I flash a dual smart plug? The board doesn't have any RxTX or cables. Jaime, post us a picture, man. Post a picture and we'll find it for you. Can you see the chip? It's sometimes what you have to do is go around, and if you have to get this far, you know, then it's a bit about your comfort level. But sometimes you have to just get your multimeter out and just start tapping contacts. And there are pinout diagrams online. You can find pinout diagrams of the 8266 chip, assuming that's what it is. There are other chips in the world, believe it or not. There are other Wi-Fi chips in the world. But you can find where, you know, the GPIO pin that's RX and the GPIO pin that's TX, and you can find places on the board where they pop up. That's what I did for the tuya plug that I pulled apart. And that's when I realized I am not going to do this to every one of these plugs. No way. So it is an 8266. Okay, then it's possible. You can find it. Post a picture. We'll see what we can do. How do you post a pic? Do it in Discord. That's the easy way. I don't know if it'll let you post a picture here, but that should give you a link to Discord. Yeah, I'm glad you got to catch it, Ishmeet. Glad you got to catch it. It's been a while. We were talking about it when we first started. It's been like a week and a half since I did a stream. Starting to have the shakes. Or Imgur works, whatever. Yeah, Imgur, Dropbox, any of those. What are my thoughts on the Shelly one? I love it. I think it's great. You know, there's been like, I can't tell if it's the same picture or if it's multiple pictures, but there's been pictures posted of a Shelly like kind of burned on the casing, right? And I don't remember who posted it, but you need to read the whole thing, because if you just look at that, you kind of go, whoa, you know, what happened? Well, he had some stranded wire, and one of the strands crossed from the line to the neutral. And so he had a little short there. But then even after that, it kind of smoked and such a little bit. But now it still works. So I think the Shellys are great. So, you know what? My 8-year-old daughter, B'nai is a big fan. She's with you. Hey, B'nai. How do I say it? B'nai? How are you? You're a fan? That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting your dad watch. Is your dad doing fun projects for you? Has he got some fancy colored lights in your bedroom? You should ask him to do that. Fancy colored lights that twinkle and dance. Those are fun. My little girls love those. My littlest girl is 5, and then I have another one that's going to be, well, she's not going to be 8 for a couple more months, but it's sure a fun age. Do you like tinkering with things too? Any word on that ESP32 dingle from Shelly will be out? Good question. Rob, are you still here? Rob talks to those guys more than I do, so maybe he's in on that. All right, see ya, Colby. Really should be asleep. It's 1:30. All right, Jenny, no problem. I understand. Have a good night. I've got about, oh man, oh good, this is nice. I still got plenty of time. Oh, it was Nigel. Okay, it was Nigel Holland in the Facebook group. Actually, I don't remember what, is it this for Facebook? Maybe. They needed a bit of guidance from you. Still need to send them an email. Okay, good. Good. So Rob's on that. So not yet. I mean, those things are, that's interesting. Do they sell those? Where do they sell those, Rob? Because it would be, I don't know, I guess it's probably easier to let them change the firmware on their end and then buy them after they're done. But I suppose you could just as easily, it's part of their thermometer. It's part of a thermometer thing that they use for kids. It comes with a little thing that sticks under the kid's armpit, and they can wear it, and then it'll track their temperature and where they are, right? Or which of those things they're closest to. So what's going on with Bruh Matheson? We are waiting for Bruh to post his video. This is kind of the Bruh watch party. He still hasn't posted it yet. We're refreshing every few minutes. So Bruh, he's supposed to post it today. He said he was going to post it tonight. So I'll stay as long as you can stay awake. All right. Oh, well, video live. What's going on? Oh, is it up? Frank's got me excited. Did Frank see something? Frank posted video live in capital letters. Your son is 5 and talk to Alexa all the time. Turn on and off connected lights. Yeah, I've had that issue too. There's probably ways you can limit that. I've had where they just say, turn on the lights. And so every light goes on, or turn off the lights and every light goes off. And not just every light, but sometimes it turns off all the switches and everything. So you might have fans or whatever else, and it all turns off. So I think there's ways that you can limit that. I would check the Alexa app. Oops, sorry for saying that. Oh, just kidding. You stinker, Frank. I thought you went to bed. You're messing with us. All right, let's see. Was there anything else I was going to talk about? I can't remember if there was things I was waiting to talk to you guys about or not. Just chatting. We could do some. Maybe we could look at comments. I always need to answer comments. I haven't done that in a long time. That's a bad YouTuber. I've become a bad YouTuber. So ashamed. I haven't answered comments on YouTube videos in weeks. I shouldn't say months yet, but it's getting close. Is she really saying, or he really saying Google? That's funny. EV bug. Yes, that's right. Thank you. I wanted to show you guys the EV bug. Thank you very much. Who is that? BK. Thank you, brother. So yeah, let's check out. This is the easy place to see the pictures. Not now. It's probably going to say, is this your phone number? Jeez. All right. Okay. So here's the Instagram. Here's my Instagram post that I did. Gay Google. Google is agender. 3-year-old just.
I don't understand.
Oh wow! I didn't even know he was listening. We should bombard bro with tweets. He's legendary. I actually think he's gained popularity since he's been gone. You know what, Paul? He's definitely gained fame for sure. He's definitely gained fame. A little off topic. Anything's off topic. Nothing's off topic around here. Okay. What part of the U.S. do I live in? I live in Utah. Watch one of the outdoor videos and the views are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I live in Utah and we live right by some amazing mountains. I love it. I love it here. I'm going to live in this house till I die. There's a trampoline that's dug into the backyard. And when I die, I'm going to be sitting on the back porch. I already planned this out. I'm going to be sitting on the back porch because it's beautiful and this nice shade and the mountains. And then when I take my last breath, then they can just wheel me over to the trampoline pit, push me in and fill it in. That's my plan. Posted a story link in Discord about a hacker using Nest cams to scare a family about a nuke strike from Korea. That sucks. That is uncool. Besides being uncool, that's just, hope they catch that guy. But yeah, one more reason, right? One more reason to not use the cloud stuff. Amazon is the winner. The mountain room is amazing. Thank you, Carlo. Chat bubbles block your screen. Oh, we're about to get an announcement. You guys hear that? Let's see, what else? Chat bubbles block your screen. Oh, really? So you can't, you're on, okay, I got you. You're on iOS and landscape and the chat bubbles block the screen. Sorry, man. Darn. Sorry about that. What were we talking about? Oh, let's talk about this again. So if you guys, let's go to YouTube. Damian Maguire. Has anybody heard of him? So Damian. There he is. Damian Maguire. Yeah, this fella. So he has made, this is a guy, he's in the UK somewhere. I almost thought he was in Ireland, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, he has taken several BMWs and converted them to electric. And another guy to check out, there was an old, I think it was a DIY. Which one was it? I can't remember his name now. Not that guy, not this one. Benjamin Nelson. So he used to sell a series of CDs and DVDs, I guess, like in the early, I don't know if it's early 2000s, maybe around 2010, 2011. Anyways, it was all about making your own electric car. And that was the first. So from Benjamin was the first place that I heard of the idea of using a forklift motor, an electric forklift motor. So they make these electric forklifts have these big old motors in them, big electric motors, usually at least 11 inches. This one might even be 13 inches, which is pretty big as far as electric motors go. So this big old motor has the oomph, the torque, whatever you want to call it, to push a 1,000-pound car or 2,000-pound car. The trick is these motors. So I got this for $200. I paid that guy $200, and he said, "Yeah, you pull it yourself, and it's yours." Fantastic. The alternative would be to buy a new one. If I bought a new DC motor like this, it would cost me at least $1,000. If I bought, one of the really high-end AC motors, those are sometimes $4,000, $2,500, $4,000, stuff like that. Anyway, so for $200 to get a motor that will work, will do the job, I'm ecstatic, right? The trick is these motors are made to work at a certain RPM, and that's based on voltage. Thanks, Kent. Thanks for subscribing. So this one is made to work at 48 volts, and I think the RPMs are supposed to be like, I'm not sure, 1,500, maybe 1,000, something like that. So with an electric motor like this, if you want it to spin faster, all you have to do is add more voltage. So instead of adding 48 volts, instead of putting it on 48 volts, if I put it on 96 volts, I don't know if it necessarily spins exactly twice as fast, but it spins a lot faster. So instead of 1,500 RPMs, you probably get 2,000, 2,500 RPMs. Now you get 2,500 RPMs in a Volkswagen Bug in third or fourth gear, you're going to be going 50 or 60 miles an hour. Fantastic. So that's what we need. The trick is, if you run a motor that's built for 48 volts at 96 volts for a long period of time, you're going to wear out your brushes, I guess. I was watching some really cool video about this, about how the magnetic fields twist based on how fast it's going. And so the motor's built with the brushes at certain angles or certain degrees from who knows what to handle those RPMs. So if you want it to work at higher RPMs, and the RC car guys do this. So if you guys that are doing high-end RC cars, you can buy motors where you can advance the brushes. So you just kind of, you change the timing of the brushes, and then that allows the motor to function better and last longer at higher RPMs. So that's what I got to do with this thing next, is I got to pull off this part down here. This is all just kind of fan wheel stuff, and I think there was some sort of a clutch or something. This all needs to go away. The drive end is right there. You can just barely see the little nubbins of the drive end. So I need to take all this stuff off, take off some of this outer housing, and then I'll have to, if I want to do this, which I do, I'll have to take off the part that puts the brushes in the right place, advance it a few degrees, and then put it back down. And it'll probably mean drilling some new holes and some such in this. But Damian has done it. So if you go back to Damian Maguire's videos, he's done it. And he has videos on how to do it. And they were some of his earlier videos, and so they're not like he was just kind of following along with what he was doing and didn't spend a lot of time explaining it and stuff. But he does a great job. So he did it well enough that I can follow what he did and redo it. But so then I'm almost there when it comes to that. Now that I've got the motor in my hands, I've got the motor controller in my hands, I'm going to get some batteries, and I'll probably get some lithium iron phosphate batteries so that they don't blow up on me. So not those little ones, not the ones Tesla uses, but the iron phosphate ones, because they're a lot safer. They're a bit heavier, but they're safer. So we'll do that. And then that's it. And then I'm going to go, and then that's how I'm going to build my electric car. So that was what this was all about. This whole forklift trip. And this is in Seagard, Utah. See that right there? Seagard, Utah, which is in the middle of nowhere. Middle of flipping nowhere. But it's on the way back from Las Vegas. So as we were driving back from Las Vegas, Seagard was a Viking, turns out. I didn't know that. Yeah. So we're up here, right? And Seagard is down here. The freeway kind of travels right along here, and Vegas is down here. So we were traveling pretty much past it, and we just stopped, and it spent less than 2 hours total taking it out. But we got it, and it was awesome. This is it bleeding. We drained its lifeblood. Anyway, so that's it. Did I pop it open yet? How are the windings? They looked pretty good on the outside, BK. You're a motor guy, aren't you? They look. I mean, everything was. The bolts weren't rusted down really at all. They were hardly. I mean, they were hand tight. They really weren't that bad. I brought a 2-foot long breaker and all this and didn't really need it. The gear on the end, the drive gear, it spins freely. I have no, it's not certainly not seized up. There was still plenty of oil and such in there, so the parts seem to have not been, out in the environment very much. There's a lot of this red dirt here, and so that's most of what you see. This isn't rust. This is red dirt. I'm sure there's a little bit of rust, but it's not bad. I was really happy. Bugs have always been rear-mounted engines. Yeah, so you know what? I wonder if you could see if there's a EV bug conversion. So this is the guy. So this is EV West. They sell a kit that's really, really nice, but really expensive. So yeah, see, there you go. You replace this engine with this. Isn't that cool? This guy's got batteries up front. So yeah, the engine goes in the back. So it'll look something like this. Except I'm not going to do this. So these guys, this is a really long motor, and these guys had to cut out the body. I'm not going to do that. I would do a lot of other things before I would cut out the body. But that's what some people have done, depending on their motor. Here's another one. So yeah, the transmission is here. You get a adapter, so you can adapt the motor to the transmission. And then on the inside, you have to have a coupler. So the transmission on the bolts, on the bug, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what mine looks like right now. Well, no, mine looks a whole lot better than this. This looks like it had a fire. Actually, mine had a fire too, but that's a different point. It wasn't me. I didn't cause the fire. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, this is the drive shaft piece, right? Or I guess it's not the drive shaft, but this is the part on the transmission that the motor would normally spin. So I need something that's going to couple that to the drive gear on my electric motor. And then it's just 1-to-1. I mean, those things they just couple together. There's no transmission. I can still change on the inside here, the gear, but there's no clutch or anything. They just go together. And so that's it. The motor will just sit right here. I'll probably put the motor controller back here somewhere. The controller's going to need some fresh air. It's going to need to stay cool. And then I will fill the space behind the back seat with motors or with batteries, and then maybe up front if I need to. Let's see what kind of batteries this guy has. So anyways, I know you guys are mostly interested in the home automation stuff, but this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've wanted to convert something to electric, and a Volkswagen is a great place to start. Look how simple that is. That is so simple. So, but I decided, when looking at mine, thanks for letting me talk about this, guys. I don't know how interested any of you are, but I'm just going on and on. What I really like, I'm going to leave it like that. I like that it looks like kind of worn and that, what's that? People are doing that with their, with the paint jobs, right? If they're restoring an old car, but they're not taking off the rust or anything, they're just kind of, washing it and leaving it with sort of the faded paint and rust and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, so this is, I like that. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to try and make this motor look new. I'm going to let it look old and awesome. So that's fun. That's fun for me. All right. Phil, let's see. Cause he needs Z's. Who needs Z's? Me? Whoa, work, live stream, hobby on the bug. When do you sleep? I don't sleep enough. That's for sure, man. I don't sleep enough. Vintage electric car. Bugs are one of the few things Hitler did, by the way. Bugs are awesome. I mean, VWs, the old VWs of all kinds are fantastic. The engineering that they did in those things for the time period that they had, I mean, if you compare what they were doing, stuff that nobody else was doing. And it was really, it's a testament to how good they did, the fact that there's still so many of them running. My brother's driving an old Bug. His is the same year as mine. It's a 70. And he just rebuilt it, with the regular VW motor and stuff. But anyways, he loves it. Dual drive. Ooh, that's a great idea. See this comment here? So if you look back at this here is another electric motor. This is the hydraulic pump motor. And some of these forklifts, this one may have, if I were to look around, have another one, but some of these forklifts have 2 of these pump motors. Rob gave me the idea when we were in Vegas at CES about potentially using 2 smaller motors and directly drive the wheels. That would be brilliant, right? I mean, that would be a really smart way to do it, I think. They're simple enough motors. You don't need much. Whoa, what is this guy doing? Oh, that's cool. So he's just put a gear on here, and then he's just directly driving a chain on a axle. This must be some sort of a... Did he do a bug like that? Oh, it's a go-kart? Are you crazy? I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, look at this. It's a go-kart. Oh, that motor's not as big as I thought. Well, no, maybe it is pretty big. Anyways, that's going to be a fast go-kart. That's craziness. But there's no reason why you can't have a motor on this wheel and a motor on that wheel. And, you know, then you would have, I mean, you could have half the size motors or twice as much push. So anyways, that'd be fun. Oh, this one's a Baja with an electric motor on it. Look at that. Geez, this was a long time ago. I mean, this looks like an old picture. It says electric VW. Lightning bug. That's a good idea. Hey, Ram Disc from Michigan. How's it going? Loved your 72 Super Beetle till your cyst blew the motor and your folks got rid of it while you were away for 2 years. Dang it, Idaho Joe. That's a bummer. You can find another one. It's not too late. They're getting more scarce though. They're getting more scarce. I drove one gosh, the one I had in high school was awesome. I wish I still had that one too. The pan was 63, but the body it was an oval window, you know? So it was like 58, I think, 57, 58. It was awesome, but it was a Baja like this, right? They'd cut the fenders off and stuff. But yeah, I paid $800 for it, and it was running and it looked nice and everything. The one that I have now that, you know, is sitting in a garage, no motor, no nothing, was $1,000. So when you need rotary encoders, if you're trying to direct drive with two motors, rotary encoders, meaning like where they are. My thought, and this is my simple thought, was if you just, because you're going to need them to spin really in opposite directions, right? Because you're going to have the drive-ins facing opposite directions. But if you just, this is what I would do, and it may explode, but this is what I would do. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. This is what I would do in my simple mind. You just split the output from the motor controller. And so you've got ground and you've got positive, and you split them. And then on one motor you attach positive, you know, you attach it in one polarity, and on the other motor you attach it in the other polarity. And then they should both get the exact same voltage. And just switching the polarity, these are simple DC motors, switching the polarity, you should just ride in, you know, go in different directions, you know, that way. So that was my thought, but I'd have to do some experimenting. What I would do, I've got some of these. Oh my gosh, I'm just banging into everything. I've got some of these. These are out of those like scooters, you know, those, I guess they were Razor scooters, right? These are small. It's like a 250 watt motor, nothing big. But I would experiment with this and see if it would work first. Because that's, I mean, if the explosion would be smaller and cheaper. So you can make sure they're spinning the same rate. Yeah, they might not spin the same rate. I mean, if they didn't, you'd obviously have an issue, wouldn't you? But I would, if you got the same motor, they would have to be identical motors. If you got identical motors and you applied the same voltage to both motors, I would be safe in the assumption. I would feel safe in the assumption that they are spinning at the same speed. Close enough. You owned, oh my gosh, tenor. Wow. You got a 60, oh, the notch, 64 notch. Wow. You don't have any of them anymore? Oh, that's too bad. When you turn corners, the wheel turns faster than oh, I got you. Yeah, you're right. Well, just don't turn any corners, then just go straight. Yeah, maybe that wouldn't work. That's how quadcopters worked, reverse DC. See, there you go. Hey, Bobby the IT guy. Was going through live stream withdrawals. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm just about to sign off, unfortunately, though, because I got to run at 7. Utah. So there goes the Brooklyn theory. Brooklyn what? What was the Brooklyn theory? Me? Am I from Brooklyn? No sleep till. No. Yeah. One motor with a differential. They're all gone. Oh, that's too bad. That's sad. I would love to have a Thing. A Volkswagen Thing. Oh, I would love that. That would be the best. Those are just so cool. It's so funny that they're so cool, but they are. So what I'm going for with the bug as far as the look is not a street bug, but not a Baja. I want sort of biggish. I want like Jeep tires, so it almost look like this, as far as this kind of tires, front and back, same size, big. So it'll be up off the ground a little bit, but even ride, not like back up or anything like that. And then I'm gonna paint it and make it look like a bomber. It'll be fun, be a good time. Yeah, that's a little too big for me. Anyways, all right, let's do some things to sign off for the night. Thanks, Will. Thanks for being here. See you, Will. Check out Ross VW for an amazing old school collection of VWs. Friend up north in Hampshire. Oh, cool. Is it YouTube? Let's check Ben's thing one more time, and then I hear the little munchkins are here to sign off, and then I've got to go with my missus for a night out, talking about budgeting. That's what we're talking about, budgeting. We were talking about if everyone called VM bugs punch buggies, or if it was a Northeast thing. Oh, we don't call them. They say slug bugs. Yeah, my kids say slug bugs. I don't like slug bugs. I like hug bugs because I don't like them punching each other. So yeah, that's the game you play here. Is if you see a Volkswagen bug like that, you say slug bug, what color, and you start punching the person next to you until they look around, find it, and can tell you what color it is. See, just like that. So. Had a buddy years ago with a VW thing. It was a blast. I would love a VW thing. Oh, stickers. Whitey, we'll do stickers next time. All right, I promise. We'll do stickers on Sunday. We'll do extra stickers. Okay? Punch bugs in southern Ontario. Really? Okay, well, we do slug bugs. Similar. All right, let's get everybody in. Everybody ready for a sign-off? Fellas, thanks for being here. Sorry to run. Sorry to keep it short. I have no idea what we talked about at all. Do you like that? I like that guy. Yeah, you like the little squirrel? He's funny. Okay. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to do Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to have DigiBlur on. Right, Travis? You still here with me? DigiBlur is going to be on, so we're going to talk about whatever he's an expert in. ESP Home YAML, maybe some Tasmota rules, or maybe this tuya thing. I think that might be a good one to do. So, all right. Here we go, everybody. You ready?
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time,
Look at your shirt disappeared.
Daddy, just put that on. And now you do the adios.
Adios.
Wait, one sec.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Wait.
Look, your shirt's gone. Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.